Hi guys, a quote to start. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Wow, if that doesn't just say it all, I don't know what does. She's a goddess, a spiritual goddess. There's so much to unpack there. But what I really want to hit upon today is imposter syndrome and how it cripples us. It's funny, I was talking to one of my musical improv friends, and which we are starting a musical improv group here soon. It'll be a new endeavor. We're going into a new frontier together. And she said she feels like she has imposter syndrome. And I thought, oh my goodness, no, don't. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I always, it seems like, have imposter syndrome. Like this YouTube channel, for example, I was thinking about this. I'm comfortable with my 3 subscribers. It's a nice place to be. I can be extremely vulnerable, extremely authentic, and it doesn't matter. I haven't told friends, I haven't told family, because I want to be able to be just so completely honest with my material. But then I started thinking, well, if I get into the hundreds and thousands, I will probably feel like a fraud. I will feel like I don't deserve this. Why are they following me? Maybe I'm being fake in some capacity. Maybe it's just, why me? Yeah, sorry, I think my inferior TI and low blast make it difficult to sometimes articulate the thoughts that are so very solid within my inner being, but then when I try, it's weird, when I try to articulate them to you, it all gets lost. It's like it's so abstract in here that to convey it to you, it's like trying to interpret a Picasso painting in a more of a realistic style. So I'm sorry about that. I think but that's the beauty of this, is I'm challenging myself, I'm stretching myself, I'm putting myself beyond my comfort zone by trying to present to you the ideas that I have in here that I don't know how else to convey them. This seems like a great medium. It's free, it's quick and easy, and it can reach the most people instantaneously. So it's a beautiful thing, and I want to take advantage of it, but I think I need to get the confidence, and I need to get the ability, I think, which is a muscle I need to work. I don't usually sit here and talk to people like this. And not to just talk about myself. This is that maybe you can relate to that idea that sometimes it's hard. I almost wish I had a remote or something that could sort of have people connect with me telepathically, and then they feel what I'm feeling and think, and they can hear my thoughts or sense them in some futuristic way where I don't have to try. And it feels like sometimes it feels like when I'm making these videos, I'm walking through mud mentally and verbally. I don't know what that is, but I feel like it's so pristine in here, and then by the time it goes to my mouth and through the video and gets online, a lot of it is lost, and that just breaks my heart. And I'm sure that is the case for everybody else. Nobody's message is completely unsoiled. And for that, I'm very sad. I would love to get the essence of everyone and to understand them on the purest level. So, imposter syndrome. I don't think I have solutions for this. I think I'm just I'm at the beginning of my journey of confidence. So I think, unfortunately, I'm not going to offer, I know they say on YouTube, offer something of value. I think my thing of value is just knowing you're not alone at this point. And I think the thing of value in the future will be that I will have insights to share with you that will help you, because I do so desperately want to help people grow and learn. But I think until I get to that place, it's going to be very hard for me not to feel like a fraud or hypocritical. And then it goes back to the imposter syndrome thing. It's like, when do I feel like I've earned the credentials? When do I feel like I'm worth listening to? Or when do you feel like you're worth listening to? When does that happen? Is it when you get a college degree? No, I can answer that one and say that doesn't exactly make you feel like an expert. Is it when you get a certain job? I don't think so. When does the imposter syndrome go away, or how do we mitigate it, or how do we vanish it completely? How do we sort of suffocate that monster that's just sort of in the background going, you know, you aren't who you say you are. You aren't as good as the others that are on YouTube, or that are writing, or that are producing music, or that know about psychology, and you're sitting here touting your views. I'm always amazed at people that are famous and have millions of people all over the world watching their every move, and they're not having an anxiety or a panic attack, like performing at the Super Bowl or something, for example. I just sit there and I think, how do these people not freak out? I would have imposter syndrome kick in and think, I don't deserve to be here. What is that? And how do we get beyond it? The only thing I can think to say, my 2 cents here, is that it is definitely fear-based at the foundation of it all. Isn't it always a choice between fear and love? That's what I've heard, and that's what I believe. You got to choose one. You can't fall into love if you're afraid. You can't completely embody that essence, and vice versa. If you're afraid, where's the love? You're sort of abandoning it. So I think if we realize that it's fear-based, and that all it takes is to overcome that fear. And every time we overcome that fear, that muscle just gets stronger, like working out at the gym. At first it might be sore, and we're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And then eventually you're able to do it. And for those of you, I'm so sorry. For those of you that do yoga, I do it every day, and I can look back on my yoga journey. I should probably keep a journal. I think journaling would be great for people that have bad memories like myself, or just in general, just to look back and say, oh, I've come so far. I think we don't give ourselves enough credit about how far we've come. For those of us on the self-growth journey, the spiritual awakening, spiritual journey, we tend to think I haven't come far enough, because we can see the potential. We can see how far we have to go. But then we're not in the moment. And we're not giving ourselves credit for all the beautiful things that we've done in the past, and how far we've come. Remember that. Okay, I don't want this to get too long. I think, I know attention spans are short. People's time is precious, and I appreciate that you've given me your time, because time and attention is currency. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. Hopefully there's something of value in here for you. But like I said, I think if we can continually overcome the fear, say, well, I'm not sure if I can do this, but I want to. Do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And then I think it'll get easier with time. And the journey is just always winding and changing, and the game is always shifting and changing, and we have to be adaptive and okay with that. And that's the beauty of improv for those of you that do improvisational theater, or even improvised music or things like that, which I could talk about that in the future too. I wrote a book about how the tenets of improv apply to life, but I won't get into it here. But I think it's a skill. If I'm intuiting into the future, I think it's a skill, thinking on your feet, being prepared for anything, adapting to change very quickly. I think it's a skill that humans will need to definitely possess in the future, and that will help us to survive as a race. I think we have a lot of stuff coming with AI, singularity, if you're into that sort of thing, about technology outsmarting humans. I think it's coming up very soon. I think in my INTP video, I'm going to talk about Elon Musk and AI, because I'm very interested in artificial intelligence. So again, I'm kind of getting off the rails. So, imposter syndrome. You are enough. You are worthy. You are not alone. And keep one foot in front of the other. And then every now and then, kind of glance back and remember how far you've come. All right. Please like, subscribe, and give any insights or comments you'd love to give. Bye, guys.